Hello students, I am Sister Mary here. Welcome to 9th Maths NCERT Chapter 15 Probability. Today we are going to study the introduction part of the new chapter Probability. And this introduction is very important because based on this introduction the whole chapter is there. So try to understand the introduction part. So first of all, let's understand the meaning of probability. Probability meaning is chances, or may or may not, or uncertain, because probability deals with the future events. Future events are always uncertain, so we are not very sure whether it will happen or it will not happen. So we are not very sure. There can be a chances. So chances means it's always, we cannot be sure. Chances are chances. So you can't be very sure that you are going to get it. So the meaning of probability is chances. It may happen or it may not happen, and uncertainty. Now some examples I have given here. Will it rain today? Now it is uncertain. We cannot say that. So you can say probably it may rain. Probably it may not rain. So that's where we use this word probability. Then if we say, will she score above 90% in the exam? Now that also we are not very sure, depends upon her capacity or how she has performed the exam. So we don't know. So we are not very sure. So we can say probably she might score or probably she may not score. So same way, will there be exam in this year due to COVID-19? We are not very sure because it's uncertain. Day by day the cases are increasing. So we don't know when what will happen. So there is not surety here. So where there is no surety, we use this word probability. Now this is expressed in mathematical form in fraction. That is why you will see the formula in fraction, because the probability is expressed in fraction. Now this is the only formula that you have to study in this chapter, and based on this formula all the questions are there. There are 13 questions and based on this only formula. So P stands for probability, E stands for the event. So probability of the event, particular event, that is equal to number of trials the event has happened or the event has taken place divided by total number of trials. When we see the example, you will understand the formula. So example, a coin tossed 10 times, heads occurs 3 times and tail occurs 7 times. Now coin tossed how many times total? Total 10 times. In that 10 times, there were 3 times the head occurred and there were 7 times the tail occurred. So let us write down the probability for head. So P stands for probability, and then we want to find out for the head. So we will write probability for head. So for probability for the head, so what we have to write? Number of trials the event has happened. So which event we are seeing? How many times head has happened? So that is the event, the particular event. So how many times it occurred head? 3 times. So 3 divided by total number of trials. So how many times the coin was tossed? Total 10 times. So 3 upon 10. This is the answer for probability for head. Now if you want to see probability for tail. Same way. How many times the tail occurred? 7 times. So the number of trials the event has happened. The event is tail. How many times tail has occurred? That is our event. So total 7 times the tail has occurred, and total number of trials. So how many times it was tossed? 10 times the coin was tossed. So out of 10 times, 7 times tail occurred. So this is the probability for tail. I hope now the formula is clear to you. But still one more example we will see to make the concept clear. Now, second example, in exam, David did 26 questions correct out of 50 questions. What is the probability of a correct question? So we have to find out probability for correct question. So how many total questions? There were 50 total questions. And how many correctly he has written? 26 questions correctly he has done it. So we have to find the probability for correct question. So we'll write the formula. P stands for probability, and we have to find out for event is correct question. For correct question, what is the probability? So again the formula, number of trials the event has happened. So what is the event here? Correct question. How many times? 26 times. Divided by total number of trials. So what is the total number here? 50 questions. So out of 50 questions, 26 times he has done it correctly. You can further simplify this in table 2. You will get 1 times 2, 3 times 6 divided by here 2 2s are 4, 1 carried 4, 5 times 2, 10. This is our answer. I hope now the formula is clear to you. This is how you have to find out the probability. Now, one thing, very important thing you have to note, it will come in objective type of questions. The probability of each event lies between 0 to 1. This is very important to know. Probability of the event, any event you take, the probability will lie between 0 to 1. So let us check it here. Here the probability is 3 divided by 10. If you are doing a long division, what will you get? 3 when you are dividing by 10, you will get 0 point, then you will add 0 here, then 3 times 10, 30. So are you getting 0.3? So it comes within 0, between 0 to 1. Same way if you do 7 upon 10 also, if you are doing, you will get same way. 7 if you are dividing by 10, then 0 point, here you will add 0, so 7 times 10, 70. So 0.7. Again it comes between 0 to 1. So same way if you see here also, 13 if you are dividing by 25, smaller number, you don't need to divide, just to understand. Again it is a smaller number, so you will be adding 0, then you will add 0 here, then only you are going to do the long division. So always the probability of each event lies between 0 to 1. So that is the one point which you have to remember. Now second point, sum of all the probabilities are equal to 1. Means whichever probability if you are having, if you are summing up all the probability, E stands for event. Event 1, event 2, event 3 and so on. If you sum up all the events, it will end up in 1. So let's check here itself. We have here event 1 that is head and event 2 that is about tail. So if you are summing up event 1 plus event 2 here, that is 3 upon 10 plus 7 upon 10 equal to, denominator is the same, so we write as it is. Now 3 plus 7 will be again 10. So if you cut this, you will get 1. I hope it is clear to you. This is very important. Probability of the each event lies between 0 to 1 and sum of all the probabilities are equal to 1. These 2 points you have to remember. I hope the concept is clear to you. Thank you and God bless you.